Sit. Sit. No. No. Sit. Stay. Down. Good. Stay. Good boy. That's how we start this off. Okay. Down. Good boy. Stay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Blanco. Yeah, good morning. We're gonna shave you down. No down. No down. You gotta get shaved down, buddy. But your sister gotta get cut first. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Hope y'all had a fabulous holiday weekend. We're back. Here for you. Wait on a few more people to come in. We're gonna get started with the show. We're gonna hook Blanco up so we have some control over this beastie. Because he's one of the Beastie Boys. That used to be a group. No, that's correction. Gotta be able to correct sometimes, but don't mean it. You can't hurt the dog unless you're trying to hurt the dog. So don't hurt the dog. Don't be trying to hurt the dog. You got slip collars and stuff like that on the dog. You gotta be a little more careful. This is just a little flat nylon collar. It's not gonna hurt him if somebody try, but you still don't want to go too hard. Still don't want to go too hard on your boy. You just want to get him to work. Once he knows we're working, all of that foolishness calms down. There you go. Welcome, everybody. I am Master Christian. This is Controlled, episode 50. Why do people fight the very thing that can improve their lives? Why do people fight the very thing that can improve their lives? Woo! And here we go. Why people fear change even when they need it. Change is the topic today. Why do they fight it? You know, you got to fight change. You don't want to change. You got to fight it. This is Controlled, episode 50. This is my co-host Blanco. I am Master Christian. Controlled is presented by Master Christian LLC. And I'm glad to be here with you. I hope y'all are having a great morning. It's a beautiful day. It's been raining all night, but we're going to keep it moving because this is how we do it. Every morning or afternoon on the weekend, we're here for Control. So we can get just a little bit of this love because I got it for you. And we're going to pass it on out. Change is uncomfortable because it challenges what feels familiar. Change challenges the things that you're used to doing, what feels familiar. So that's why people don't want to change. Many people stay where they are because it is predictable, not because it's good. And they want to predict the future. So if I keep doing it like this and I keep staying in this, then I know what the outcome's going to be. But this is life, people. And you just think way back. You were different. Things were different. And things changed. When I was a kid, we grew up in my great-grandmother's house. When I became a teenager, we moved into my mother's house. When I became a man, I moved into my own house. Things change as time goes on. But if you want to be stuck and stay where you at, hey, that's how life's going to be. You can't get stuck in it. It's not quicksand. You got to keep on pushing, keep on pulling up out of there. Animals experience stress during change, but adaptability is essential. You got to change even though things are stressful. Today we'll explore why people fear change, what animals teach us about adaptation, and how embracing change leads to growth. When you embrace the change, it leads you to growth. The future is at stake. and you want a great future. You don't want the same future that you've been seeing. Animals experience stress during change, but survival depends on adaptation. Growth begins where familiarity ends. It's not familiar anymore. Now we can grow because things are never going to be the same. I've heard a quote long time ago, and this man said, "You can never stand in the same river more than once, because the next time you step into the water, you are not the same, and the water is not the same. Things have changed. So with you or without you, things are going to change. So you might want to get aboard the change train, because in that change, you learn what's going on so you can adapt. But if you want to be stuck, like this how I talk, that's not how you have to speak. You can speak clearly. You can speak with intelligence. You can be silent and listen. That's even better. And before we move any further, let's hit it. Thumb through the loop. This is how we hold a leash. This is called the thumb loop. For everybody that doesn't know, thumb loop. You hold the leash like this. You close your hand around like this. You gather it with your other hand like this. This is how you see how the dog looked at me and said, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm teaching them about the leash, Blanco. That's how we do it. And if you don't do it like that, then you're missing a step, because you want to be able to maneuver without thinking. You want to be able to work that leash without all of that extra. He had his tail down there because he was trying to trick me, but I don't want to step on his tail because that's not how we do it. So I adjusted. An easy adjustment. Look at that eye contact. Good boy. That's what we want. That's called a down. You see, when I put that forward, I got results. I didn't used to be able to do this. I had to change because I thought the louder you get, the more action you was going to get. No, the louder you get, the more afraid the animal is. And that's not going to work. The louder you get, the more fear you're putting into the kid or somebody else. That's not how these works. That's not how things work. Why does change make people uncomfortable? Because it's not the same. Nobody wants to look different, be different, live different, eat different. They don't want to work out because that's a change. They don't want to stretch because that's a change. It's uncomfortable because it's scary. Can I do it? You can do anything you want to. Believe in yourself. You can do everything. Well, do I need to keep the dog on the leash in the house all the time? No, not all the time. When you're gone, put it up. Let the dog show you that it's trustworthy. Let the dog earn that freedom, and make sure when it messes up, you go get your leash. Not all that screaming and hollering, not all that rough stuff, not the fly swatter, the spatula. No, don't touch my shoe. Not all that stuff. You go get your leash, and y'all start spending some more time together. So, like I just corrected him for touching my shoe, because you're not going to sit here and lick my feet. You correct. You correct your behavior first. That's what control is about. Then you correct the dog, because you need to control yourself. And you need to be working on our three principles: calm, confident, and consistent. That's the three C's. If you get them down, you can always go back and say, am I calm right now? Am I confident about what I'm doing? Has my actions been consistent to get the result that I'm looking for? And if they are, you're going to get it. Believe me. Please believe me. Now, let's move on. The brain prefers familiarity because it feels safe. Familiar does not always mean healthy. Just because we're in a familiar situation doesn't mean it's healthy. And you got to break up out of that so you can see what your options are. Because if you're not getting more options, then what you're doing is the same all the time. You got to try new foods. You got to go new places. You got to do new things, because that's how we learn. Touching and smelling and seeing and listening. Listening. Now, never in there did I say we learn from talking, because you don't learn anything from talking. Speaking. whatever you want to say. You only give out information when you're doing that. And that's not learning, because listening and adjusting and adapting, that's when you're learning. Whoa. Example, remaining in an unfulfilling job because it's predictable. Man, well, this is what I know how to do, and I don't want to do anything different. Hey, everybody has been the victim of their own demise. Everybody gets stuck somewhere and says, this is comfortable. But when you need different things in your life, you got to come out that comfort zone. This can't be about convenience. You got to do some things that change the dynamic of what you got going on. And this happens every day. And if you're not willing to do it, you're going to be stuck. And stuck, life is still moving. You're still aging. Things are still changing. It's you that's stuck. And you're becoming different every day, but you're still stuck in where you're at. Get up out of there. Do what it takes to get up out of there. You got to be strong, because it's not going to be easy. But when you get there, it's worth it. It's all worth it in the end. And don't break your back, because then you got a different problem. But make sure you change every day. Make sure you work on being successful every day. Because if you don't, that's time that you missed out on. That time still passed. But you stayed the same. Kind of. Because life ain't, you losing skin cells and cells and stuff every millisecond of every day. So things are changing. Wild animals entering unfamiliar territory become alert, observe carefully, and gradually adapt. And their senses are heightened, and so should yours. You should be at a high level of movement and adaptability, because you want to change. You don't want to be the same. You want to change your clothes, they stink, they dirty. Stop. No. So I'm going to scoot him over a little further, because he wants to inch into my foot. And that's not what we're doing. That's absolutely not what we're doing. We're here doing a show. He's the co-host. I'm the host. And we're going to be cool together. We're not going to be on top of each other. Comfort creates routine. Change creates growth. That's the bottom line of this. Comfort creates routine. Change creates growth. And I'm going to drop that down for you. Stay. What change have you been avoiding? What changes in your life have you been avoiding? It's easy to avoid them. You just say, I'll do that tomorrow. Now you procrastinate. These words, these topics of shows, they're real. And procrastination is very real. Some people get there on CP time, which they're late. Some people get there a couple minutes before. And then some people are ahead of time and they get there early. You want to be there early, because when you get there early, then things can get done, and then you don't have to worry about anything. You have time to decompress, think, and then go forward. But that's just me saying that to you. Is fear protecting you or limiting you? No, change not easy. We might be a little afraid of what's gonna happen. And that fear, it's not protecting you. It's definitely limiting you, because now you don't even get any new experiences. And you want that in your life. You want new things to go on, so you keep feeding that mind, you keep feeding that brain, so you know. So if somebody needs help, you'll actually be able to help them, because you learned something. Today, I went through the process of thumb through the loop. Hopefully somebody that came on here learned something so they can show somebody else. That's what this community is about. We got to look out for each other. And in one way in doing that is to subscribe, follow, share, like. Hey, that's what we do here. So we build this community into what it needs to be. I come here every single day. This is show 50 of lives every single day. Consistency, y'all. I got to be confident. I try to stay calm, but I'm a hype guy. And we gonna move it. Those are the principles I live by, and we got to make it happen. You can have them. That's my gift to you. We spoke about gifts the other day. What keeps people stuck? Like I said before, procrastination, fear, lots of things gonna keep people stuck. I don't do it like that. Yeah, I know people that speak like that as well. You don't have to. You can do it different. You can get up every morning and do different. You can walk backwards down the hallway. You can come out the back door. You can spin around instead of stepping forward. It can be different. You just have to decide that things need to be different. And that's how it moves. Readiness often comes after taking action. Once you take that action, you got to be ready. That's the thing. You got to be ready to move forward, to take that action, or you won't move forward. You got to say it in your mind. I'm ready now. Because if you're not ready now, you're going to try to ease on back into that hole. You're going to keep trying to let that dog run around the house and scream at it. You're going to keep trying to stop it at the door so it doesn't run out the door because somebody's on the porch. You're going to keep trying these things. You're going to keep trying to leave it in the yard, unattended. And an unattended dog is just what that says. It's an unattended dog. You don't know what it's doing. You don't know if it's left. You don't know if it's climbing the fence, digging under. You don't know if it's chewing up your cable wires, digging down, messing up your security system, breaking your sprinkler, excuse me. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if it went to the bathroom. You got to know these things for yourself so you can adapt and you can make life better. If you're not trying to make life better, life not going to try to make itself better. Hey, that's what it is. Not applying for the better career because of self-doubt. You think you can't do it? You can do it. The people that are doing it couldn't do it until they learn how to do it. You can do it. You're smart as everybody else. It doesn't take any high intelligence for people to do these things. It just takes effort. Because you may think somebody is smarter than you. Get that out your mind. They just have learned more at a certain thing than you've learned. But you can raise your percentages of success. I love you too. If you want to. I'm a living example. I keep on changing. I'm going to change today. I'm going to change tomorrow. And I'm going to keep making this change until I'm the best. And once I get to the best, I'm going to keep changing because there can be better. And you can do the same. Let's go. Migrating animals move because survival requires it. Yeah. And right now, survival requires it. No matter what stage of life you're at, survival requires it. You might be comfortable, but I hear tell of a billionaire that done spent $1 billion. A billionaire that spent $1 billion. Don't change. Keep adapting. Don't let it go all to waste. Even though money is a thing that we gather it and make it work for you. Every penny is a slave for you. Use them as such, or you'll lose them. You just can't hold on to it. Oh, I'm stacking. Yeah, keep on stacking. Send that stack out to get something for you. Make it work for you. Make everything around you get the work done. Because if no work is getting done, you're not going anywhere. Standing still is sometimes the greatest risk. You're not stuck in no quicksand or the mud or anything else. You're just deciding to be still. And being still is not going to get you where you're going because going somewhere is going to get you where you're going. Not using the leash correctly is not going to get you the technique that you're looking for. Not paying attention and listening is not going to get you the story that you're trying to find. We want to learn every day. Be a vessel of education. Figure it out and do it to the best of your ability until it becomes second nature. You can do it. Be better. And this is the part of the show where we're about to do the news. But before the news, I want to tell you, if you want to support the show, $Master CT on the Cash App. We will thankfully accept it and help people out here with the show and even help people out here that need things for their animals. It's that simple. $Master CT. I'm not here to take your stuff. I'm here to give people help. I'm here to help you every day in every way. Episode 50, Control. Animals today. And wow, I'm going to do a side note here on animals today. This weekend was rough on your dog. It was rough because of all the popping, all of the fireworks, all of the gunshots, all of the loud noise, the police everywhere. It was rough. They can hear all that stuff. And it stressed them out a little bit. So love them today. And hopefully that's the end of it. It might not be the end of it because they can keep on popping. But just be more attentive for your animals because all of that is very stressful to them. That's not something that's natural. That's something we came up with, and that's what we do. So, on Animals Today, tiny blue octopus confirmed as a new species. As a new species to us. A new species, big as the ocean is, you see all this land we live on. You think this land is big because we can't see it. The ocean is so much, the water on this planet is so much bigger than any of this land because it's land underneath, but it's the water. The water covers the whole planet. Scientists have confirmed a tiny blue octopus discovered nearly 5,800 feet beneath the Pacific Ocean near the Galapagos Islands is a completely new species. Researchers say the discovery shows how much the deep ocean remains unexplored. Completely new species to us, not to them. They know about it in the water. They know about all that stuff. It's everything down there. And they live in harmony. They eat each other. They move around. They do all the stuff that goes on in the ocean. We just are exploring and finding things that, oh, look, it's a shiny rock. Let's call it gold. Moving on. Black bear uses wildlife bridge. Wildlife cameras recorded the first black bear successfully crossing Washington State Interstate 90 Wildlife Bridge. The crossing reconnects habitat separated by the interstate and helps reduce wildlife vehicle collisions. So you mean to tell me you put an interstate in and cut them off, blocked it off where they couldn't cross? Now you put a bridge in and now you say the animals are successfully crossing the bridge. These people out here, this news out here, I tell you. Fisherman rescues leatherback sea turtle. 3 Virginia fishermen freed an endangered leatherback sea turtle tangled in an abandoned fishing gear. After removing the lines, they watched the turtle safely swim back into the Atlantic Ocean. Only one question for this one. Where did those abandoned fishing gear come from? They rescued something that somebody done put something out there to mess up the turtles. Thank you for rescuing it. We're going to clap for that. Stop leaving that fishing line out there. Stop doing stuff that's going to endanger these animals out here. Can we please do that? Can we be bigger than conservation and just stop doing it? Maybe, maybe not. All right. Bumblebees display advanced problem solving. You didn't think they were stupid, did you? Let's keep going. Researchers found bumblebees can invent new ways to solve problems and reach food rewards without direct instruction, adding to growth evidence of insect intelligence. Are you kidding me? So the insects aren't smart? They need our help. They need us to study them so we know what the insects are doing and we can, hey, they're learning, they're smart. I almost threw this clipboard away. Stop it, please. The insects are surviving, will survive, and they've been here before and they will be here longer than us. That's cap. We're going to give 2 taps on the cap. Released goldfish continue harming lakes. Scientists report that released pet goldfish disturb lake bottoms, reduce water quality, and compete with native fish, reminding owners never to release aquarium pets into the wild. Well, well, well. You're releasing them fish into the wild. I know at home in Ohio, people was putting snakeheads in the river. The snakeheads was destroying the population of fish because snakeheads are highly aggressive. But, you know, I'm not going to say much about that. Just don't do it if you're doing it. Don't put your fish in the water. It's already fish in the water. You starting to fight. It is what it is. Ancient wolves reveal human history. Researchers studying 5,000-year-old wolf remains found evidence that early people transported wolves between Baltic islands, providing new insight into early human-animal relationships. Oh, we've been having human-animal relationships for a long time. Why not? We're just the human species of the animal, so why wouldn't there be relationships going on amongst everything? That's what nature is about. A big global relationship, I think. What you think? Put it in the comments if you have thoughts on that. This has been Animals Today. Remember to subscribe, follow, like, share. Hey, we build a community here. And that's your news for today. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. How do animals adapt to change? Adaptation begins with observation, patience, and consistent adjustment. That's how they do. Learning a new skill is one step at a time. That's how humans adapt. Learning a new skill, one step at a time. You just don't learn it all of a sudden. Little pieces till you know how to do it. Let's be smart about this thing. Take your time, pay attention, love yourself, and you'll get smarter and better. Just how it works. Animals gain confidence through repeated exposure. Yeah, and so do we. You must be exposed repeatedly to something, and then you must be able to do it repeatedly to learn. You're going to make some mistakes at first. You're going to make some mistakes later on. But if you work it and you keep trying, you're going to be proficient with it. You're going to get fluent. That doesn't mean you're not going to get distracted every once in a while. You will, but you can keep moving through the distraction. Preparation reduces fear. If you're prepared, I prepare for the show every night. Each show, every night. So when I come out here, I kind of know the material. I'm an animal expert, so I kind of got a feel for it. And I come out here to talk to y'all and try to help y'all because somebody needs to do it. It's no more animal kingdom out here. This is my animal kingdom. This is what I do for you. And it's going to evolve into more than just this small outside studio. We got some things coming. We're going to start to do interviews. We're going to start to get some people on there that you may want to see, that you're curious about what them and their animals are doing. So we got to evolve. We got to get better. And we're going to prepare. So I don't have any fear once we get to it because I'm going to be well prepared. Now, will I make mistakes? Absolutely. Will you make mistakes on this journey? Absolutely. But can you be the best you every day? Absolutely. You got to be the best at what you do. And what you do is being you. That's what you do. Where does confidence actually come from? Does anybody know? Where it comes from being prepared and knowing what you're doing. It's a lot of fake confidence out here where I can do anything. You probably could if you studied. If somebody showed you and you did it over and over and over again, you could be proficient with that. But don't be so cocky. Cocky gets you messed up. Making one difficult phone call you've delayed can help your life. One difficult phone call. I got some difficult stuff to do today. I'm going to go ahead and get that stuff emailed and get everything checked in. And we're going to make sure it happens because somebody is waiting on it. And they're going to wait until they get it. But it's not going to get done until I send it. Let's do the difficult stuff. Young animals become capable through experience. Young animals, young people, young everything. You must have experience to become capable. Or what are we doing here? Experience teaches all because you can go back and reflect on what you did wrong and what you did right. That's how this works. What happens when you finally embrace change? Things are different. They may not be better, but they're going to be different. And when you continue on that different path, you can make it the best. When you continue to handle your dog properly, work that leash, you get better. When you continue to pay attention to your feeding schedule, how dogs go outside, when you walk in, how the interactions are. Dogs don't have to sniff each other when you walk past them. They don't have to. If they do, you're allowing them to do that. That's not a given. And when somebody says, oh, my dog wants to sniff your dog, you can say no and back up out of that. You can if you want to. I'm not telling you that's what you need to do. I'm telling you that the decisions on how you handle your animal is thine own and thine own alone. You got to get it. Starting a business, improving health, or rebuilding relationships are what the change you can make happen right now. It's up to you if you want to do that. It's a choice. Change is a choice. Some people make the choice. Some people want to stay the same. Animals, they're going to be different because they know their time is running out if they're not working on survival. They know it. Now, the comfortable, cushy animals in the house, they can get that lazy demon that you got on you. And they just lay around and be lazy about it. But out here in the streets, it's a different story. Because the animals got to they got to work to eat. They got to work to survive. They got to move when the environment changes. They got to be different. It's a different world out here. Species that adapt continue to thrive. And in the news, we talking about different animals and things that's going on. They adapt so they can thrive. People keep acting like we doing so much, but they're going to survive without us. And when we're not here to record, they're still going to survive. Know that animals got this down. It's us. We're polluting things. We're doing bad things to each other. It's us. We the bad man. Literally, your future belongs to the version of you that is willing to change. That's where your whole future is. In the version of you, in the version of me, in the version of all of us that's willing to change. No matter how we change, we got to. Fear of change is natural, but staying the same has consequences. Animals survive because they adapt. Small actions build confidence, and confidence creates transformation. That's what we got for you today. Subscribe, like, share, follow, pass the love along. Tell the people to come to our community because this is not my community. This is our community. If you want to support, $Master CT, that's the Cash App. Support. We appreciate your help. I'll be back tomorrow for episode 51. Today was change. Hopefully somebody got it. Change is not when you bust $1. It's when you bust yourself down and be different. Yeah, you got something different when you busted that $1, but that's only coin. Those are things. You are the thing that needs to change. You are somebody. Never forget that. Choose one meaningful change you've been avoiding and take the first step before the day ends. It's up to you if you want to change. Change is avoidable. Growth is optional. Animals remind us that survival belongs to those who adapt. The same is true for us. Me, you, and everybody else. This is Control. I am Master Christian. This is the show about human and animal behavior. We'll be back for another episode tomorrow. You stay safe, you change, you love yourself, and be happy because life is too short not to. This is Master Christian. I'm out. Peace.